Did you know that in Japan it's surprisingly common to see cars still riding on their original suspension even after crossing 300,000 miles? Meanwhile, in the US, Europe, and other countries, most drivers are already replacing their shocks and struts before hitting 150,000 miles. So what's the difference? What are Japanese drivers doing that the rest of the world isn't? The answer isn't magic. It's not some secret part you can't buy. It's a set of simple habits and maintenance routines that Japanese drivers follow religiously, habits that protect their suspension and keep cars riding smooth for decades. Today, I'm going to reveal 11 Japanese secrets that can make your suspension last almost forever. If you stick with me until the end, you'll not only learn how to save thousands of dollars in repairs, but also how to keep your car driving like new, year after year. And trust me, some of these secrets are so simple, you'll be shocked you didn't know them already. Alright, let's dive in. Secret number 11. Regularly inspect your suspension components. Most drivers never even look at their suspension until something feels wrong. That's a mistake. In Japan, drivers treat suspension checks like health checkups for their car. Think about it: every time you hit a pothole, roll over a speed bump, or slam the brakes, your shocks, struts, ball joints, and bushings are taking a hit. Over time, they don't suddenly break. They wear down silently until one day you hear a bang, a squeak, or worse, you lose control. Japanese mechanics encourage owners to visually check their suspension parts often. Look for oil leaks around shocks. Spot cracked rubber bushings. Watch for uneven tire wear, which screams alignment or suspension issues. Catching these signs early is like catching a disease at stage 1 instead of stage 4. It's cheaper, safer, and prevents the damage from spreading to other parts. Next time you rotate your tires or get an oil change, take 2 minutes to glance at your suspension. That little habit could save you hundreds, if not thousands. Secret number 10. Use high-quality OEM suspension parts. Here's a big one. Japan is home to brands like Toyota, Honda, Lexus, names famous for reliability. Why? Because they prioritize OEM quality parts instead of cutting corners with cheap aftermarket knockoffs. OEM suspension components are engineered with tighter tolerances, higher grade steel, longer lasting rubber. Japanese mechanics also believe in replacing shocks and struts in pairs, not one at a time. Why? Because mismatched suspension parts wear unevenly, throwing the whole system out of balance. In the West, many drivers try to save a quick buck by installing just one cheap part. But in the long run, that decision destroys ride comfort and forces an early replacement of the rest of the system. The Japanese approach is simple: quality first. One strong part protects the whole system. Secret number 9. Drive smoothly and avoid aggressive habits. This might be the biggest cultural difference between Japanese and Western drivers. In Japan, drivers are taught to accelerate gently, brake early and smoothly, take corners carefully instead of whipping through them. This isn't just about safety, it's about preserving the suspension. Every hard corner, every sudden brake, every time you hit a pothole at speed, your shocks, struts, and bushings suffer. Taxi drivers in Tokyo are living proof. These cars rack up hundreds of thousands of miles, yet their suspensions remain healthy, simply because the drivers treat the car with discipline. If you want your suspension to last like the Japanese, adopt smooth driving. Think of it like practicing defensive driving, not just for safety, but for longevity. Secret number 8. Regular greasing of joints and bushings. Here's a secret most people never think about. In many countries, drivers only add grease when something starts squeaking. By then, it's already too late. In Japan, mechanics treat lubrication as preventive care, not just a quick fix. Ball joints, tie rod ends, and control arm bushings all operate under constant stress. Without grease, friction eats away at them little by little. During routine inspections, Japanese garages apply fresh grease to keep seals flexible, block out dirt and moisture, stop premature wear before it even begins. This practice not only extends the life of joints and bushings but also makes the ride smoother and quieter. And trust me, Japanese car culture values quietness a lot. Squeaks and rattles are seen as unacceptable. Treat grease like vitamins for your suspension. Don't wait for the squeak. Secret number 7. Lightweight wheels and proper tire pressure. You probably didn't expect wheels to make this list, but in Japan, they do. Lightweight alloy wheels reduce what's called unsprung weight, the part of the car not supported by the suspension. Less unsprung weight means shocks and struts don't have to work as hard every time you hit a bump. Combine that with meticulous tire pressure checks, something Japanese drivers are obsessive about, and you get a recipe for long suspension life. Overinflated tires transfer harsh impacts directly into the suspension. Underinflated tires do the same, plus they chew up your rubber faster. Properly inflated tires, however, act like mini shock absorbers, taking some of the beating before it reaches your suspension. Check your tire pressure monthly. Consider it a small insurance policy for your shocks and struts. Secret number 6. Frequent underbody washes to remove dust and salt. This is one of those little things that make a huge difference. In snowy regions like Hokkaido, road salt is everywhere. Salt is basically poison for suspension components. It corrodes bolts, eats away at bushings, and causes early failure of struts and springs. Japanese drivers fight back with routine underbody washes. Service centers even offer affordable packages where your car's underside gets rinsed during a normal wash. Compare that to many Western drivers who never clean the underside at all. The result? Rusted bolts, seized bushings, and suspension parts that fail way earlier than they should. A simple rinse under the car could add years to your suspension's life. Don't skip it. Secret number 5. Avoid potholes and rough hits. This sounds obvious, but it's actually one of the biggest killers of suspension systems worldwide. Every time you smash into a pothole, slam over a speed bump, or clip a curb, your shocks and struts go way beyond their normal range. Seals get blown out, springs weaken, bushings tear, and sometimes control arms even bend. The scariest part? You might not notice right away. But over the months, your ride becomes rougher, tires wear unevenly, and steering starts to feel loose. In Japan, drivers actively avoid potholes and slow down for speed bumps even if it annoys the guy honking behind them. Because they know these small habits keep the suspension healthy for decades. Remember, one hard hit can take years off your suspension's life. Secret number 4. Don't overload the vehicle. Suspension systems are engineered with specific weight limits. Exceed those, and you're basically torturing your suspension. Overloading with heavy cargo or towing beyond the recommended limit forces springs to sag and shocks to work overtime. Over time, the car sits lower, bounces more, and develops creaks you can't ignore. Japanese drivers avoid this by respecting their vehicle's payload rating. If they need to carry more, they upgrade to heavy-duty shocks and springs instead of punishing their stock components. Think of your suspension like your knees. Carrying too much weight daily destroys them. Respect the limit. Secret number 3. Scheduled suspension inspections, shaken system. Here's a big cultural difference. Japan has a strict inspection system called shaken. Every few years, cars are required to pass an intense safety and maintenance check. And guess what? Suspension is one of the top areas they inspect. Even a small oil leak from a strut, a slightly loose ball joint, or a cracked bushing can cause a car to fail inspection. That means drivers are forced to replace parts before they become dangerous. Many people outside Japan see shaken as expensive, but it's one of the main reasons Japanese cars maintain such legendary reliability. Because small issues never get ignored until they become disasters. Adopt this mindset even if you're not in Japan. Schedule suspension inspections every 1 to 2 years. Secret number 2. Maintain wheel alignment and balance. Most drivers think alignment is just about tire wear. Wrong. It's also critical for suspension health. When your wheels are out of alignment, they constantly pull the suspension sideways. That means bushings, tie rods, and ball joints wear out much faster. Misaligned wheels also make shocks and struts work overtime trying to control the uneven motion. Add unbalanced tires, and you get vibrations that loosen suspension bolts over time. In Japan, alignment checks are routine. Drivers know it's not just about saving tires, it's about protecting thousands of dollars worth of suspension parts. Don't wait until your steering pulls to one side. Regular alignment is like a tune-up for your suspension. Secret number 1. Keep your tires in top condition. Finally, the foundation of your suspension system, the tires. In Japan, drivers are obsessive about tire condition. Worn, mismatched, or underinflated tires can destroy suspension parts because they transfer shock unevenly. Service shops in Japan check tire tread depth, sidewall condition, and pressure at every single visit. Many drivers even rotate their tires more often than in the West, ensuring even wear and balanced stress on the suspension. Fresh, properly inflated tires don't just give you better grip, they shield your suspension from unnecessary abuse. Never underestimate your tires. They're the first line of defense for your suspension. So there you have it, 11 Japanese secrets that keep suspension systems running strong for decades. From smooth driving and greasing joints, to underbody washes, OEM parts, and tire care. These aren't complex repairs. They're simple habits that anyone can follow, starting today. Remember, your suspension isn't just about comfort. It's about safety. A healthy suspension means better handling, shorter braking distances, and a smoother ride. So if you want to save thousands in repairs and keep your car driving like it did the day you bought it, start applying these Japanese secrets now. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more car care tips, and share this with someone who wants their car to last forever. Until next time, drive safe, drive smart, and take care of your suspension.